Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing great. So today we'll be looking into the refrigerator, how the refrigerator works. If you haven't watched my recent video on basis of the heat engine, so must go and watch that first, because all the concepts that are going to be discussed in further videos regarding the physics would be on basis of the engines till the time we are discussing second law of thermodynamics. So first review the heat engine, then come to this video. So if you already know about heat engine, then welcome. And today we'll be looking into the second type of the engine, that is refrigerator. Let's give the refrigerator or the heat engine a review. What was a heat engine? First, we all know that there are three important components of any of the engine. At very first, there is a heat reservoir, cold reservoir, and an engine that is performing the work. This is what? This is the engine. It can be anything. Engine isn't only related to the heat engine or the refrigerator. It can be anything. This is the hot reservoir, and this is the cold reservoir. All the functioning of any of the engine is performed on this. Now it depends upon the situation that where the direction of the formation is, what is called as the input and what is called as the output when we are talking about the heat engine. So in the heat engine, first we provide heat to the engine, heat to the first stage of the engine. First we'll provide the heat from the hot reservoir. After that, that heat will transfer into the engine. That engine then will perform some of the work on it, and by reference of which some of the heat will go outside. That will be known as heat sink. I'm writing here HE and SI. Just consider it is as heat sink. Then the remaining of the energy or the heat will be transferred into the cold reservoir at the point where the system will cool down the energy. This was what? This was the input from where all the situation got started. This was the first thing that the engine requires to be started in the heat engine. This was the output, the final result of the things that we performed, the work on which we have the thing, the substance on which we have done work was Q, the heat. Engine did work, and then the outcome was the cold reservoir, the substance. Now this was the basic overview of the heat engine. Now the refrigerator is quite different from the normal engine. Let's overview that. First let me remove it. In the refrigerator, there is the opposites of the system. Very first, in the heat engine, we were providing the heat to the engine to get start the work. But in this situation, we will be providing the cold system to the refrigerator, and refrigerator will turn it to the hot system. Here is the thing that we will be using is temperature. This would be the cold thing would be the input, because the functioning of the refrigerator is based on the cold things, the cold temperature, the low temperature of the system. First we provide a substance that is cold. Then that cold substance will transfer into the engine, in which some of the work done, some of the external heat, some of the external substance will be provided to that originating substance. And by adding up that work, we will be having an outcome in the form of the hot reservoir. This would be the outcome, and this would be the input, or we could outcome can be considered as output as well. Now how this is being functioned, let's compare it with the heat engine. In the heat engine, suppose this is a hot reservoir, then it goes into the engine get out some of the heat, and then the final output is the cold reservoir. In this situation of the refrigerator, what is being happen? This is a cold reservoir. It is providing the coldness to the or temperature to the engine, in which again engine is doing some work inputting some of the substance to turn that cold thing into the hot substance, and that hot substance is transferred into the hot reservoir, and that hot reservoir becomes our output. Now here the functioning of the arrows is different. I hope that you get the basic concept of the refrigerator. Now let's move on to the functioning of a refrigerator. Now here you could see two figures of the refrigerator. Very first, let me give you an overview of the things that are going to be happen. Working of the refrigerator is that all the refrigerator works in the heat flow from cold body to the hot body, doing work which is cools down the substance or the refrigerator from inside. The working of the refrigerator starts from the point where the substance is actually put it in the container of the refrigerator. Now here if we talk about the basic working of the refrigerator, just suppose for a while you are given a situation where you are putting in let me change my pen's color so the color will be visible for to you. Okay, I am going to use the red color as my pens. Okay, now how we are gonna start the things out? At very first, this is a refrigerator. Here you can create a concept of the refrigerator. Suppose for a while we do have a glass of water. We open up the okay. We opened the door of the refrigerator, put it in the glass that is at the room temperature. Now correspond this to the this one figure in which this side is known as the heat extractor, or we could also term it as the evaporator. Then it comes the compressor that is actually drawn here. This is called the expansion valve, where the substance is actually expanded. Then this side of the series is called the condenser, where the things are actually condensed. In the side of the expansion valve, we do have a dryer as well. I'm not sure why dryer isn't made here, but there's always a dryer at this point. Then it comes the compressor. The compressor actually compressed the things out, and we got up to the point where the all of the energy, all of the heat is compressed into a situation of the liquid. So this compressor also plays a really crucial role. Now let's delve into the pressure side. So whenever you're talking about this side, here the temperature is really low as well as the pressure becomes low. When this thing actually gets into the compressor side in this direction, it got compressed and there it got the high pressure. And because of the high pressure, it starts moving into the valves where it got condensed. Now we'll look into the process in detail. Now at the end, the condenser then turns it into the dryer, and then into after getting into the dryer, and then expansion valve that is formed like this. When the liquid gets into the dryer and then it goes into the expansion valve, first it creates a situation where the liquid gets into a small area that increases the pressure of this liquid, and then again a sudden expansion happens that reduces the pressure. So again whenever we are getting into the evaporator or heat extractor, the pressure gets low. Now let's delve into the process of the refrigerator, how this refrigerator works. I was explaining you about um, let me get a funky color for explanation. maybe this could work. Okay, this is looking great. Now let's delve into the process. At very first, whenever you are talking about the procedure, consider from the starting. You open up the door of the fridge, put in the glass. Whenever you put in the glass in the refrigerator, from there the work of the evaporator or heat extractor is started. Just put in the glass, and the temperature of the glass water is of room temperature. Now heat extractor or the evaporator will get the heat from the that room temperature water. It will get and evaporate the heat from this container and get it into the walls that you are seeing here, the snake-like figure walls. The heat that will be extracted from this glass will get into these walls, and then it will go down like this and get into the compressor. When from the time when it was actually transferring from the walls to the compressor, it was having the low pressure. Why? Because there wasn't having any kind of collision, any kind of compression in between, so that there could be any kind of the high pressure. But when it will get into the compressor will compress it. As here you could see that when the heat is transferred into the compressor, the piston will move upward and it will compress the system, because the heat extracted from the glass turns into the gaseous state in the water vapor state. So when it gets into the compressor, it got compressed, and by the collision, by the compression of the system, it actually gets into the point where this gas turns into the liquid that is having high temperature, high pressure. Then this liquid turns into the condenser. Here you could see here that by the compressor it gets into the condenser. Then it moves from these condensing valves, and when they were moving from the condensing walls, the heat actually gets out from these walls in the form of the heat temperature. As you have many times have observed that in the room where the refrigerator is placed, around the refrigerator there is sort of a high temperature, there is sort of hotness. Why that hotness actually is caused? Just because of those condenser, just because of that high pressure, high temperature liquid that is transferring from the one compressor to the another stage of the situation of the process. So in this situation, the heat from the liquid is being transferred, being extracted from that liquid into the surrounding. When these heat were actually moving from this refrigerator, they gets into another stage that is called the dryer. I don't know why they haven't put the dryer, but dryer actually performs a great role in the refrigerator. Dryer is actually placed here at this spot, and here in since this figure is upside down, so the condenser then turns into the dryer. And what dryer do? Dryer cool down the system, since it was being at the situation where it was of high temperature. So dryer cool down the temperature of that liquid. After cooling down the liquid, then the main function of the refrigerator come, that is expansion valve. Now how the expansion valve is actually, it is in the form of this. Just suppose for a while this is the dryer. Let me fill it as well. Now when the liquid transfers into the dryer, it cool down, and then after cooling down, a lot of the pressure reduces because of cooling down, the temperature lowers down due to cooling down, then it transfer into the expansion wall, where it have to move from a space that is actually reduced. This small space creates a sort of pressure within the liquid. When this liquid passes from the small area to large area, there is sudden reduction in the pressure, and that reduction causes the lower down of the pressure, the lower down of the temperature, and from where it actually gets cooled down. And then when this cooled down liquid is passes from the situation from the refrigerator, again the temperature of the refrigerator falls. It actually gets cold in the refrigerator's container. So this is how it functions, and I hope that the function is clear to you all. This is a reversible function. It gets again and again and again. It doesn't stops until or unless we are not actually lowering down the electrical energy of the refrigerator. Since when we disconnect the electrical energy, the compressor won't work, the expansion valve won't work, the dryer will stop working, so there will be the sudden stop in the situation. Now, a lot of time you have actually observed that whenever accidentally, if you get into a situation where you'll break down one of the valve in the refrigerator, there is a sudden extraction, or the sudden situation where the gas, high pressure pressurized gas is coming out from the broken place. So that gas is actually the result of the lower down of the pressure, because the particles got distributed and they got a sudden breakage in the bonding. So the situation of the liquid again turns into the gas. I hope that you get whole process of the refrigerator and everything is clear to you all. If you still have any question, you can comment down, and I'll be covering all your questions in next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.